So I don't know. Here, people just make jobs for themselves. Here's another one. Marijuana Anonymous has come out of the closet. They need a Marijuana Anonymous for some reason. Kathleen McSherry assumed her position as Associate Dean of the College for Issues of Chemical Dependency. Can you believe that title they've come up with? She's an Associate Dean of the College for Issues of Chemical Dependency. So what else is she going to do but come up with some dopey program suggesting that marijuana is addictive and that you need some 12-step program to get off of it? Sure enough, that's what she's come up with. Now, here's one of the quotes. Members who have attended other 12-step meetings found that when they brought up their marijuana problem, they were ostracized for having an addiction perceived to be less harmful than alcoholism or an addiction to other illicit drugs such as cocaine or heroin. These people feel bad because their friends think they're stupid for suggesting that they have a problem with marijuana. They're ostracized from their community because people think that they're too stupid. So they go to this 12-step program. Now, Marijuana Anonymous promotes a spiritual recovery program, embracing broad values that accommodate aesthetic and agnostic views. The program can be adapted for every person to fit their needs, no doubt, including ethical and religious predications. Many members find that ceding control over to a higher power can help recovery. For some, the idea of the community qualifies as the ultimate force. For others, the power is embodied in God. I don't know. This is all nonsense that they're coming up with. Some university, some college, they're just preying on kids to give people like Kathleen McShady a job. Kathleen McSherry a job. They're probably all hooked up with the antidrug.com. Now here's a more realistic story of what's going on in the world. This is coming out of Austin, Pennsylvania. The chief of police there he's alleged to have stolen 2 pounds of marijuana from the department and then falsely reporting it stolen. 26-year-old Sean Foringer of Austin has been suspended from his job Monday. 26-year-old chief of police. Wow, I don't know about that. Forger had reported to state police last week that the marijuana had been taken during a burglary. So, even the cops, eh? Now here's another goofy story, and I don't know why these guys even get print time, but this is coming out of Oakland, California, by it's the Alameda County Sheriff Charlie Plummer has a doctor's letter stating on-the-job stress should qualify him to buy marijuana for medicinal needs. Now, as a joke, Plummer's physician wrote the note, which the sheriff showed to members of the district attorney's office. They agreed the letter would be Plummer's ticket to obtaining a card that would open the door at any one of the 6 cannabis dispensaries in unincorporated areas. Boy, these people are sharp down there on how to get inside the marijuana dispensing units that they've come up with. Now, however, after touring all the clinics, Plummer claimed that he can't see himself queuing up alongside the patients who appeared to be unsavory people and young men under 30 who look like people you would arrest a lot. This is what this idiot said. He's the county sheriff of Alameda, California. Is this the real world or what? This guy is able to say that they are unsavory people and they look like people he would arrest a lot? No wonder the guy's got stress on his job with a conscience that he's carrying around like that. I don't know, these guys, and they just print this stuff. It goes into newspapers and no one ever calls the Compassion Club and asks them for their opinion on how unsavory their clientele are. Their clientele may look unsavory to Plummer because they're sick. You ever think of that? Sick and maybe don't have any money? Horrendous. It's terrible that stuff like that goes on. Here's another thing. Our Ontario police chiefs are pleading for resources. They want more money to do the lousy job that they do. Cops in our society are not worth the money that is printed for them, I gotta say. Lengthy court delays, skyrocketing costs, and lax prison sentences are making a mockery of the justice system. Associate President of the York Regional Police Chief Armand Labarge said as he announced a new committee to work with government and community leaders to make the system more effective. Now here's one of his idiot cop friends from Owen Sound. Chief Tom Kay said he knows of cases where federal parolees even get passes to local theme parks. The system is just flat broken, he said. It's not uncommon for operators of sophisticated marijuana grow ops to be sentenced to house arrest or a 9-month conditional sentence, Labarge added, while the average sentence in the U.S. for running a grow op is 7 years. Why would he even mention that? Probably the sentence in Tehran is to have your arms lopped off. Why didn't he mention that? Why does he think that we should be like the police state that exists south of us? Because he watches too much TV, quite probably, and he also wants to cash in on the millions and millions of dollars these clowns are going to be begging for with their little committee. He says it's no wonder we have the grow-op problem and not that we have the grow-op problem and not the United States, and we've become the biggest marijuana exporter down there. This is this dope from Owen Sound that just said this. Now, any statistic that the man could pull up would suggest that 98% of all the marijuana consumed in the United States comes from the United States, which leaves 2% being imported. Now, tons and tons of pot are imported from Mexico every day, and some little thimbleful comes from Canada. Now, these people are lying. This guy just lied to the newspapers and to the world. Now here is the kicker to it all. The new committee, chaired by that dork from Owen Sound, is made up of 10 police chiefs throughout the province and 1 member each from the RCMP and Ontario Provincial Police. The whole committee is made up of cops. Well, what do you think they're going to come up with? No, we don't need any more money?